Hi everyone, 여러분 안녕하세요. Welcome back to Gangnam Korean. I'm Juhi. Today I'm going to teach you one of the most essential things in Korean learning, which is about Korean verbs. Korean verbs are very different from English verbs, as you might already know. First, in the Korean language, there is no subject-verb agreement rules like the third person singular is in the present tense, like putting an S after the verb, that kind of thing. There's none like that. In English, you say, I eat. He eats. You need to put an S at the end. But in Korean, you say, I eat. 저는 먹어요. He eats. 그는 먹어요. So the verbs are all 먹어요. Both I, 저는, he, 그는 are followed by the same verb in the same form, 먹어요. It's easy, right? No matter what the tense is or the subject is, when you use low formality verb endings, 아요, 어요, you just use the same verbs. Now, the place of the verbs in the sentence. Korean verbs in general come at the very end of the sentence, whereas English verbs come right after the subject usually, unless you want to insert some adverbs like adverbs of frequency or some adverbs in order to modify the verbs. For example, I, the subject, eat, the verb. In Korean, this is I, 저는. Okay, this is formal and polite. Of course, you could say 나는 if you want to be casual, but we're going to stick to low formality here, okay? So, 저는, I, the subject, 먹어요, which means eat. So this is a present tense, okay? I eat. 저는 먹어요. Well, in English, it's the subject and the verb. In the Korean, it's the subject and the verb. But if there are some other components like the object, for instance, let's put apples here. I eat apples. 저는 먹어요 사과를. We don't talk like this. We say 저는 사과를 먹어요. 저는, the subject, I, 사과를, the object, apples, 먹어요, eat, the verb. So the verb goes at the end. I eat apples in Korean, 저는 사과를 먹어요. This sentence can be extended by adding some other components. I eat apples after breakfast. I eat apples in my room. I eat apples with my family. I eat sweet apples. So you still have the subject and the verb in the beginning of the sentence. So you know, after hearing these two words, I eat, you understand that, oh, okay, you eat. You can eat something else. You can eat apples, pears, or whatever. You eat anyway, right? But in Korean, you don't know exactly what the subject does until you hear the end of the sentence, like this. 저는, I, 매일, every day, 사과를, apples, eat or not eat. 먹어요, eat. 먹지 않아요, not eat. 깎아요, peel. 씻어요, wash. 사요, buy. Like this, you can't guess 100% what the subject does until you hear the end of the sentence. So people tell jokes using this. 저는 당신을 사랑하지 않아요. Now I'm going to teach you how to conjugate Korean verbs. Very important, but very easy. Maybe you have watched this video I uploaded a long time ago. It's called 10 Very Basic Korean Verbs. The verbs in the video are all in the dictionary form, which end with 다. 먹다, to eat. 마시다, to drink. 가다, to go. 오다, to come. 자다, to sleep. 걷다, to walk. 좋아하다, to like. 보다, to watch or to look or even see. 듣다, to hear or listen. 말하다, to talk or speak. They all end with 다. These are called base form or the dictionary form, which you can find in the dictionary. So if you look up some words in the dictionary, you need to look for the dictionary forms that all end in 다. Then, how do you conjugate Korean verbs? First, you need to remove the 다. Then what's left there is called the verb stem, the verb stem. Then you add the verb ending, which is either 아요 or 어요. When do you put 아요 or 어요? If the final vowel of the verb stem is either 오 or 아, you put 아요. If the final vowel is other than 오 or 아, you put 어요. So for instance, 먹다, remove the 다, and 먹, what is the vowel there? Which is not O or A. So you put 아요 or 어요? 어요, that's right. So 먹어요, 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 먹어요. Eat. Okay, let's conjugate some other verbs. How about 보다? 보다 meaning to look or watch. 보다. First, remove the 다. What's the verb stem? 보. What is the vowel? 오. Okay, so you need to put 아요. 보아요. 보아요. But we usually say 봐요 rather than 보아요. There is a vowel 와. If you don't know Korean vowels, please check out my Hangul video. You can learn how to read Hangul in 30 minutes, okay? So 봐. It has wow sound, and it's the combination of u and a. So you shorten them to wa. Not 보아요. It's not wrong, but people usually say 봐요. I watch TV every day. 저는 매일 TV를 봐요. Now let's practice Korean verb conjugation using the list of 10 verbs. Number 1, 먹다. To eat. You remove the 다, and then what's left? 먹. What is the vowel? Which is neither O or A, so you put the ending, which one? 아요 or 어요? 어요, that's right. So 먹어요. 먹어요. Eat. I eat. 저는 먹어요. Number 2, 마시다. To drink. You remove the 다. What's left? The verb stem. 마시. There are 2 syllables. 마 has a, but she has e. So which one do you need? 아요 or 어요? If it's a, it's 아요. But the final vowel, which is e, that is what you need to focus. So you put 어요, not 아요. So 마시어요. But most people just shorten it to 마셔요. 저는 커피를 마셔요. I drink coffee. Next, 가다. To go. 가다. Remove the 다, you have 가. That is the verb stem. And the vowel here is a. So which ending do you need? 아요 or 어요? 아요. 가아요. But here you have 2 same vowels in the row, like 가아요. So the second I is redundant. So you just say 가요. I go to school. 저는 학교에 가요. Number 4, 오다. To come. 오다. You remove the 다, and what's left is 오. Okay, that is the vowel. 오, you need 아요, 오아요. Just like 보아요 becomes 봐요, you need to shorten it to 와요. The rain comes. 비가 와요. It's raining. Number 5, 자다. To sleep. You remove the 다, you have 자, which has the vowel a. Okay, so you need the ending 아요. 자아요. Okay, just like 가요 becomes 가요 by taking out a, you also need to remove the second a, which is redundant. So it's 자요, not 자아요. 자요. 저는 하루에 6시간 자요. I sleep 6 hours a day. Next, 걷다. To walk. You remove the 다 and you have 걷, which has the vowel which is neither o or a, so you put the ending what? 어요. That's right. Okay, so 걷어요. Sorry, but we don't say 걷어요 because 걷어요 has another meaning, which is used when you gather up the laundry from clothesline. 빨래를 걷어요. Or you collect test sheets or answer sheets from the students. 시험지를 걷어요. 답안지를 걷어요. So it has another meaning, which is very different. So 걷다 becomes 걸어요. So this 디귿 becomes 리을 in quite a few cases. 디귿 changes to 리을. In order to understand this, you will have to do a lot of reading and listening, okay? It takes some time and extra effort, but you'll get used to it. So I walk, 저는 걸어요. Next, 좋아하다, to like. You remove the 다, what's left? 좋아하. And then you add 아요, 좋아하아요. Redundant 아, so you take out that 아, so it's 좋아하요? No, sorry, but we don't talk like that. We say 좋아해요. Why? Okay, this one is something that you have to memorize, okay? This is very important. There are so many Korean verbs that end with 하다. All these 하다 verbs conjugate to 해요, not 하요, but 해요. So 해요 means do. 좋아해요, like. 저는 사과를 좋아해요. I like apples. 저는 BTS를 좋아해요. I like BTS. Okay, I'm going to introduce some other verbs that end with 하다. 운동하다, to exercise. 운동하다 becomes 운동해요. 공부하다, to study, becomes 공부해요. 요리하다, to cook, becomes 요리해요. 청소하다, to clean, conjugates to 청소해요. 전화하다, to call someone or to talk on the phone, 전화해요. Next, 보다. We already did that, right? To watch or to look or to see. So 보다. Remove the 다. What's left? 보, which ends in 오. The vowel. So you put 아요, 보아요, but shorten it, shrink it to 봐요, 봐요. 저는 TV를 봐요. I watch TV. 저는 강남 코리안 영상을 봐요. I watch 강남 Korean videos. Next, 듣다. To listen or to hear. You remove the 다 and you have 듣. Just like 걷다 becomes 걸어요, 걸어요. 듣다 also becomes 들어요, 들어요. 저는 블랙핑크 음악을 들어요. I listen to Blackpink music. Finally, 말하다. To talk or to speak. 말하다 also ends with 하다, right? So how do you conjugate this? Yeah, 하다 becomes 해요, not 하요, okay? So it's 말해요, 말해요. So we conjugated all these 10 very basic verbs. Now let's recap today's lesson. First of all, Korean verbs do not follow the subject-verb agreement rules. So you don't have to put an S just like in English, like I eat, he eats. We don't do that. We always use the same verb, like 저는 먹어요, 그는 먹어요. So all together, the same verbs. Second, the place of the verbs in the sentence. The verb comes at the very end, so you need to hear until the end of the sentence. Third, we learned how to conjugate Korean verbs. So you have the dictionary form that ends in 다, you remove the 다, and then you put either 아요 or 어요, depending on the final vowel of this verb stem. So 보다 becomes 보아요, 봐요. And 먹다 becomes 먹어요, 먹어요. And 하다 becomes not 하요, but 해요. Okay, that's about it for today. Well done. It was a long video. You learned so many important things. So try to remember these things that you learned today and try to conjugate new Korean verbs as much as possible because practice makes perfect. At least practice makes better. If you find this video useful, please click like and subscribe and make sure that you share this video with those who are interested in Korean learning or Korean culture. Okay? I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye! 여러분 안녕히 계세요.